That was the third time this month. Another window shattered. Another reason to hate him. I didn't even need to check. I knew who did it. The boy next door. He worked from home and made noise for a living. I told myself I would move out, but I didn't. Something always stopped me. Maybe curiosity, maybe madness, or maybe because every time he messed up, he looked sorry. They say hate is a strong feeling, but no one warns you it can feel a lot like love. His name was Ryan Cole, my neighbor for one full year, my daily headache for 12 straight months. He played the guitar at 2 a.m., blended smoothies at night, and once used his balcony for painting shoes. The first time I met him, he said, "Hey, you're the quiet one." I said, "And you're the reason I cannot be." He laughed. I didn't. Still, every morning, I heard him hum the same tune. It annoyed me, but after a while, I caught myself waiting for it. And then that morning, the crash. Glass everywhere. My curtain moving in the wind. A baseball rolling across the floor. I picked it up. My heart beat fast. Was he finally going to admit it? I stepped outside to yell and stopped. Ryan was on his balcony, rain in his hair, a second baseball in his hand. He looked guilty. For the first time, he did not smile. He raised a hand slowly. His lips moved. Sorry. One small word, but it changed something. I turned away quickly, but that look stayed with me all night. The next morning, a loud knock on my door. I opened it to find a big card box. On top, a note. Sorry for your window, and sorry for being an idiot. Ryan. Inside was a repair kit and another box of cookies. Chocolate chip, my favorite. I laughed, then realized something scary. I didn't hate him at that moment. He fixed the glass that evening, quietly, carefully, not a word said. I watched him from behind the curtain. He must have felt it, because when he looked up, he gave a small, real smile. And suddenly, the silence between us did not feel like war anymore. After that, days passed with no fights. He played softer music. I did not complain. Sometimes we nodded to each other in the hallway. Sometimes he carried the neighbors' grocery bags. I did not want to notice, but I did. Then one night, during a thunderstorm, the power went out. Darkness everywhere. Someone knocked. Once, twice. I opened the door, and there he was. Ryan holding a candle and a small flashlight. Thought you might need this, he said softly. I should have slammed the door, but instead I stepped aside and let him in. We sat near the window, rain tapping against the glass. He told me stories about his brother, how they used to play baseball until he moved away. That's why he practiced on the balcony, not to annoy me, but to feel less alone. Something in me shifted. For the first time, I did not see him as the loud neighbor. I saw him as a person. When thunder rolled, he smiled. I guess I owe you two windows now. I laughed, and for a second, I forgot to be angry. The next morning, he left a note on my door. Just one line. Coffee? Balcony to balcony? I stared at it for 5 minutes. Then I smiled and said yes. From that day, we talked more books, dreams, childhood things. He had a calm voice, and when he laughed, it felt like sunlight. Sometimes he teased me, sometimes I teased back. It became our little game. One evening, while we were talking, he said, "You know, I liked you even when you yelled at me." I froze. My heart skipped. He smiled. "I mean, you looked cute when angry." I wanted to hit him with a pillow. Instead, I laughed and maybe blushed. Weeks passed, no broken windows, no noise. Then one evening, I came home to another box outside my door. Inside was a baseball and a small note. "Dinner tonight? My balcony or yours?" I smiled so wide it hurt. Now, every time it rains, I remember that day. The shattered glass, the noise, and the boy next door who once drove me crazy. Funny thing about life. Sometimes the one who breaks your window is the one who fixes your heart.